Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do a reverse light install. And yes, I had reverse lights. I had some rock lights installed. But as you remember, I got the update on this heat shield. So I got to take this light off and we're going to put some new lights here. I have those. I ordered them off Amazon. They're about $10. These little bolt lights. With this one on, I just had it laying around. I could not open the dump bed. You know I can with this. I will give you guys some measurements on this here in a minute. And then I wanted to give you guys an update on the old three-wheeler. So this project, I don't know how deep I want to get into it. It's taken a lot more work than I thought. My problem is it will only spark one time when you hit the starter. So if you know how to fix that, let me know in the comments below, please. Every time you hit the starter, you get one great big blue spark. I have gone to a point where I've changed out the coil pack. I have an extra CDI that I know is good. I've tested that. The only thing I don't have is this ignition module right there. I've tested every ground on there. I have tested the kill switch by disconnecting it to the CDI box. I am at a loss of what to do other than sending it to somebody to get fixed, and that's where I'm at. I don't want to put any money into it until I can get it running. I do have the fuel tank bypassed, and I just have a funnel, as you can see, right here, and I'll fill that up with a little bit of fuel. It goes straight to the carburetor. I know I'm getting fuel. It will fire if I play with it with the one spark. I did check the compression. The compression's a little low. It's around 95 PSI, but that's fine. So I don't know how far I want to get into this. It looks like it needs new seals on the case. I have filled it up with oil before I try to crank it by any means. And it slowly leaks the oil out. I've had to put a drip container there. I've had to clean up the mess twice now. I thought the first time my kids just knocked the oil over. I was wrong. It leaked it out. I cleaned it up. I came back out this morning. So that's where we're at in that. Let's go ahead and grab the new backup lights for the Pioneer and some mounts. For those of you who don't know, I have a plethora of stuff that I've accumulated over the years, whether it's a good deal or not. So these are extra lights I have, quite a few actually. These are the spot function. And then let's see, I know I have some mounts here. I don't know which mounts these are, but we got lots of good stuff. So let's go ahead, get some tools, get this license plate mount off, put those new bolts in with the lights built in, and see if we can open the tailgate. So let me go ahead, open the dump bed so you can see that it clears, and then we'll check our clearance for our new bolts. All right guys, so let me show you your clearances. There's a piece that I added. You can see down there's not a lot of room. So should be enough room for these little lights here. Let's go ahead and get those wired in. So these are the two wires I have for the license plate lights, and these are the new lights. So real easy. And take them off, thread them through. All right guys, so we got the license plate lights installed. I put a little bit of wire loom right here. So the initial bracket that I made with these, it stuck out just a little too far. I don't know if you can see this. So when you opened your tailgate, it would hit. So I went ahead, I shortened this to just 2 inches on both sides. I did have to bend my license plate. It could actually come out farther, but with these, I wanted them just about flush with this, so it's nice and bright. The next thing I want to do is, I have my plug here for the backup alarm harness that I had ordered, and I want to put new backup lights on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my light right here, one of these extra ones I have. I have one of these universal mount kits. So if you look at these kits, you got this one, it sits on the top. Got these, and then they come with different pieces of rubber. And it's just like the mounts I use for the front light. Probably my best bet. The only issue I'm going to run into is road debris coming off the tire, because I want to be able to open my tailgate completely with the bed tilted. The other place I could do it is something like this, and I could adjust it, and I just didn't like that. The one other thing I could do, as I was looking at, let's see, is I can put both lights like this. I like that look, but I don't want to have to run wires all the way down on the outside of the roll cage. So I think right now my best option is we're going to go ahead, we're going to bolt it up there. I'm only going to mount one light. This light is more than enough for a backup light. I'm not trying to blind people, but the other reason is on the other side over here is where the exhaust exits. The light would be out of the way of the exhaust because the exhaust kind of exit in a downward angle. But again, I only need one light right here. We'll see how it goes. If I need to add a second one, I'll do that in the future. So let's go ahead and get this mounted up. Okay, so now I'm gonna somewhat aim it. I know I'm gonna have it at this angle so we can tighten up these side bolts before I tighten down the top. Now, I did not use any Loctite on any of these because it's going into an aluminum, but it also has a wafer washer on it. Just double check this one on top. Okay. So I'll tighten this bolt up, this nut up at the very end, after we run everything and we get it exactly how I want it. So I like to use these heat shrink style connectors. On the positive side, I'll do either the male or the female, and on the ground side, I'll do the opposite. So if I ever have to unplug this in the future, I know exactly how it plugs back in because it can only plug in one way. So this wire, obviously, is not going to be long enough with the plug, so I'm going to have to add some wire. We're going to probably route it up here and wire loom everything, a little black tape. I'm not going to solder these because these are heat shrink, but let's go ahead and get that done. Alright, it's as simple as that. So I got my new license plate lights in. I did have to modify this bracket, like I said, to put these specific lights on. If you don't need a license plate light, it's not a big deal. But I pulled this in. This measurement from here to here is 2 inches. Before it was about 3 3/4. Not real hard. I do need to repaint it, but again, it's a $5 license plate bracket mount. Previously, I had rock lights back here, which here's a new one. The reason I didn't put these back on right now is if you look, I had to drill a really big hole for the wires, and I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have to put 3 holes in this for rock lights right now. So I went ahead, and we still got to tighten this up. We're going to test it here in a second to see if it works. We're going to run this for a little while, see how I like it. I don't know how well it's going to go. It kind of hangs out here more than I like. It's not too far below this, but I'm sure that first camping trip up in the woods here in the next month or 2, it's going to show. My other concern is if you do a lot of mudding, this is going to get caked with mud. I try to avoid the mud. I know these are water resistant, they're not waterproof. So let's go ahead, let's throw it in reverse and see if it comes on. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got license plate lights and our backup light in reverse. That light is super bright, that's why I don't need 2 of them. So go ahead and leave me in the comments below. Let me know, is this light in a really bad position? Yes, it might be. No, it's not. I don't know. If you're rock crawling, you're always out in the mud, something maybe. Just basic trail riding, it may work well. I could always put the rock lights back on. I just don't want to drill 3 holes right now personally. But that's the beauty of having these things. You get to tinker, you get to play, see what works, see what doesn't work. So like I said, let me know in the comments below. Is this something you would do? Mind you, these are all parts I had laying around. I put the other lights and the mounts back up there. If I need to go find more rock lights, I will. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time.